Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Come Let Us Reason Together. My name is Yandea, and joining me like always is my brother and co-host, Duane.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
So in our last episode, we did something a little bit different. I did a little pop-up surprise question for Duane, kind of put him on the spot, and he answered it wonderfully. And we decided to try this format, of just kind of surprising each other with questions, and we figured, let's try this for the next couple episodes, see how it goes, kind of put each other on the spot and reason about some things. So this will be, fun, nice little short convos. And if you have anything to add, please leave your comments below and we will, respond to them in our next episodes. Also, if you have been watching us and enjoying our episodes, Come Let Us Reason Together, our podcast, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you in advance. So, Duane, what question do you have for me today?
Okay, so I thought long and hard on the question I was going to ask Yandea because, Yandea. But I thought that this question that I came up with might be beneficial for other people who would listen. So I'm curious to know where this is going to go. Okay.
Oh,
so it's a two-part question. I'm going to ask
Wow.
the first part now. Okay. And the question is, if you knew for certain that you had one more year left on this earth, and considering you've been through some NDEs and everything like that, so you kind of have some experience with coming back, would there be anything that you would do differently than what you are doing now already? And what would that be and why? And if not, why?
Wow, what a question. If I had 1 year left, I bet you nobody's gonna know my answer. If I had 1 year left, I think what I would do is probably stop everything I was doing and go on a vacation.
I'm so with you on that. Yeah.
I think I would actually stop everything I was doing, and I would take that last year to just enjoy this planet, enjoy the people who I would probably invite anybody else. Maybe my last video, would be something like, hey, I'm gonna go on vacation to such and such place, destination. And if you're out there and you wanna come vacation with me, it's my last year on earth. Come out and join me. We'll work together and do whatever, share food, share this, share that. But I think I would like to do that because I think that that's actually heaven on earth, and in my last year, if I could do anything, it would be to demonstrate, what living in love with each other would look like. In a year, anything could happen, right? You could have people giving birth, you could have people dying, you could have, obviously we need to eat, we need to do things, we need to still survive together, but it would be just working together in love and unity with other people who just want to enter into rest. People who are tired of the system, the struggle, and who just want to spend a year in peace and happiness with other people who want the same. And I think maybe perhaps, we could probably go live with that and show people what it looks like to just live in love. Life doesn't have to be difficult. We can live together. We could help each other. We could work together. And that's what I would do. I would demonstrate love for one another, and just live it, be it. I'm living it and being it now, but I'm working a lot. You know what I mean? I'm working a lot, and I think I would just kind of put myself more in a place, maybe some sand and beaches, and just love. Right? Just love, and not worry so much about who is getting the message and who is not getting, and and I would just kind of, you know, just be and allow those who want to be with me to be with me.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably what I would do.
I love that answer. I love that answer. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing that I would do too. But that's amazing. So how important do you feel it is for people to live like, you know what I mean? Like there's certain things, of course, you're never gonna know where life's taking you. Of course, everyone has responsibilities and certain things to figure out, but like, why does it have to be waiting until we know, or like, you know, coming down to the last of things before we
Yeah,
decide to do these things that we know would create
yeah,
so much joy and peace and love and goodness, you know,
yeah. You know,
lasting
I think,
memories.
yeah, well, even as I was answering that question, I was thinking that same thing. Actually, I was answering the
Mhm.
question, and I was also like, that was already in my mind, like, why
Mhm.
not now? And I think, because I said, you know, my life is my life kind of is a bit of a vacation. You know what
Mhm.
I mean?
Mhm.
I don't have that same stress like maybe other people may have as far as the
Yeah.
grind and all of that. But my grind is kind of like, you know, a different type of grind.
Yes.
Especially after the NDEs coming back, it really was like, I need to find ways to get this message of love,
Mhm.
and I need to find a way to make sure that everything that I've come to learn while being here, I'm leaving it here, so that when I depart, I've left as much as I can behind. So I've been doing a lot of writing and a lot of this and that, right? Even like
Mhm.
this podcast, for example. So
Yeah.
seeing all my clients, whatever, all of that sort of stuff. And then
Mhm.
obviously, my family and my friends, right?
Family. Yeah.
So that has been a focus because obviously we come here to do something. And
Yes.
for me, the last, because it's been a year since that NDE. So the last
Yeah.
year has been pretty much trying to do all the things that I didn't do in the last 40 something years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so my last year has been making sure I do have these things written down or out there somehow, some
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
And now that I have had a chance to put most of these things out there, and I've done, you know, I've shared a lot of things online, and I've shared my story in so many different podcasts and so on already, I kind of feel like at this point, that
Mhm.
is my goal. At this
Yeah.
point where I am right now, my goal is to invite other people to live heaven on earth with me. We may not be, you know, I live in Canada, so we may not be in really like a sandy
Yeah.
beach area, but we can go on vacation. We can go like to other
Exactly.
locations, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I feel like that's the year. Like for me, it's
Yeah.
I feel rest, I feel peace, I feel a flow. And it's not to say, like, personally for me, whenever I would go on vacation, I always would end up like spending a lot of time writing in my journal and doing things like this, right? A lot of
Mhm.
meditation and enjoying the things there, but a lot of inner work. And
Yeah.
I don't think that that's hard to do. I don't think it's difficult to make those spaces in your life
Mhm.
that bring, you know, that peace and rest. I've actually been experiencing a lot of heaven within, you know, and manifesting that around and letting that peace flow out to others. And
Mhm.
so I think that there is no reason why you can't
Yeah.
make a decision to start living that life now. You just have,
Yeah.
it's all about just like, what do you value more, you
Mhm.
know?
Mhm.
And for me, I think we have to put ourselves more in the being of the thing and not so much in the doing of it. But I guess the doing is the being, if it really is. You
Yeah.
get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's like you could talk about it, you could write about it, or you could be it. You
Yeah.
know? You could be the living example of it. And I think for me, that is what I'm doing. Like
Mhm.
with the rest of my life, it's really about rest. I have entered into a place of rest. Like my
Mhm.
soul is resting right now, for sure. definitely I could feel it. I know it. I'm in a place of rest and flow and jubilee, you know? Yeah,
Yes.
and total jubilee. Just everything that has been, I really do feel like everything that
Mm-hmm.
has been, I don't like the word stolen, but sometimes being in a
Mm-hmm.
place where there's such heavy programming, there are certain
Yeah.
things that you miss, right? I feel like
Yeah.
it's just a time of redemption, you know, like
Yes.
things that
Yeah.
being in this realm has kind of, you know, twisted. I feel like everything is just being straightened. Everything that was oppressed is now released. Everything that was
Yeah.
captive is free, you know, in
Yes.
my life. Like I'm loving deeper, I'm more present, more thankful, you know, it's just more of all the good stuff and understanding that my power in manifesting the type of reality, you know, the type of world that I want to live in. I want my surroundings to be a place of refuge and love and abundance for anybody who would be in my presence or in my surroundings. So that's how I'm spending the rest of my life. Rest of my life is the best of my life.
Yes. I'm so
Yeah.
here for that. That was such a beautiful answer. Thank you so, so, so much for sharing. Like, that was really beautiful.
And I know I'm not supposed to probably do this, but I'm gonna ask you, now that you heard my answer, okay? I know you're
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, but is there anything, like, I guess I'm gonna ask you the two questions in one, just like
Mm-hmm.
after listening to me or whatever, like what do you think is your thing? Like what is something, okay, I'll put it to you, what is something that you are doing now that
Mm-hmm.
if you found out that today was your last day, okay, no, next week, I give you 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
This
Mm-hmm.
is your last week, okay? By this
Mm-hmm.
time, you're gonna be gone next week.
Right.
So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna start doing, and what are you gonna stop?
Mm. Yeah, I would definitely, number one, I would quit my job. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. If I only have 1 week, or even like if it's only 1 year, whatever the case
You're
may be,
done.
like nobody has time to be spending all of this time and energy contributing to this thing that, just for money. No. So I think I would end that. And I think I would focus on one, just being around and sharing love with my friends and my family and
Yeah,
people who matter to me. And two, maybe I would try to just document as much as I can, like whatever I
yeah,
have left that I haven't put out, like try to get it all, out and
yeah,
done with
yeah.
before I leave so that I feel like I've left with like a clean slate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna hold you to that,
Yes.
and you're gonna hold me to
Yes.
that. We're going to be accountable because you know what? The truth is that you really don't know how much time you have left. And,
Very, very true.
you know, I think if we work every day to get to a place where we're living every day like it's our
Mm-hmm.
last day, I think it's a good thing. So you may not get there today, but if your focus is to get to the place where every day you live it like it's your last, that's an amazing, that's the dream life,
That's the goal.
right? That's the
Exactly.
goal. That's the dream life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's a great thing. It's a great thing to have
Mm-hmm.
in the forefront of your mind. So, amazing question. Now I have a week to think of something for you. You know I'm gonna come hard next week. Be
It's gonna be
prepared,
juicy.
bro.
I already know.
Be prepared. Now, if
Hmm.
you have a question for
Yeah.
Duane specifically, or for me, or for both of us, whatever, you
Hmm.
can let us know, and I will ask him for you, or he'll ask me for you,
Yeah.
or we'll just take
It
your
could be
question and
random.
answer
It could
it.
be
It could be
anything.
random. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be about anything. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying and tuning in to us. See you next Wednesday for another episode of Come, Let Us Reason Together. Stay blessed. Bye bye.
Bye.